So, just like I did last time, I've moved the camera down because I'm not the thing that's of interest here, but what is going on around this Bunsen burner is. So the first thing we're going to try is wood. Now, most of the houses are made of wood. So do you predict that this is going to burn or not? Is it flammable or is it inflammable? Let's give it a try. So I'm going to put it in the flame. Now this flame is quite hot, especially down at the bottom here. Hopefully you can see bits of the wood are starting to turn black. And if I take that out of the flame, oh, we're starting to smoke. We're not quite there yet. Let's leave it in there a little bit longer. Definitely got some bits turning really quite black now. And there we are, the piece of wood itself is now on fire. So a building made of wood would burn really quite easily. It just needed to catch one little bit of it and it will keep going. So I'm going to pop that down there, nice and safe on my fireproof mat. The other thing that the buildings would have been made of, and there also would have been around to feed horses, is all this hay and straw. So I'm going to bunch this up into a little ball so I can easily pick it up like this and then grab it in my tongs, and let's see what happens with this one. You see very, very quickly that burns. It creates lots and lots of smoke as well, which I hope you can see. So it would have been quite scary during the Great Fire of London. Having all this smoke, people would have been running away from the flames, but may not necessarily have been able to see where they were going because of all the smoke. So that is extremely flammable. Right then, let's try another one. So we mentioned the hay and straw going through horses and coming out the other end. So here's my little bits of rabbit poo rather than horse poo. And I'm going to crumble some of those up and then, oops, pick some up in the tongs if I can. There we go. And let's see what happens with this. Okay, so hopefully you can see we've got bits of that falling off. That's also creating quite a lot of smoke. It's gone black on the bottom where the flame has been. And so that burns really quite well as well, because it's mostly made up of the little bits of hay and straw that, in this case, the rabbits, or in that case, the horses, couldn't eat. So let's put that down there. You can see that's still smoking. Can't get it off of my tongs. There we go. And then the last one that there would have been lots of was cotton fabric. Lots and lots of ladies' dresses and aprons, men's trousers and waistcoats and shirts would have been made of cotton fabric. So what did you predict would happen to this? Let's have a look. Gone immediately black and brown around the edges. And I hope you can see that that burns really, really quite easily. It's a raging little fire I've got there. So that also, just like the straw and hay, is extremely flammable. So all of these things contributed to the Great Fire of London spreading and causing really quite a major disaster.